simwavulisha machuzinu kulilape palamike mwenenje pipi mwezo wane ukukulonda kuti upusushe palamike mwenenje pipi mwezo wane ukukulonda kuti upusushe wikaziwi tumunomusi ukalonde kwaleza lipipi pano muno simwavulisha machuzini vinjele ngwepe pano muno simwavulisha machuzini vinjele ngwepe palamike mwenenje pipi mwezo wane ukukulonda kuti upusushe palamike mwenenje pipi mwezo wane ukukulonda kuti upusushe palamike mwenenje pipi mwezo wane ukukulonda kuti upusushe palamike mwenenje pipi mwezo wane ukukulonda kuti upusushe. Ukupwa kwa chino chalo kukabo unte kubasumina ilyo Yesu akesa kabili kwesasenda abana bakwe ukupwa kwa chino chalo kukabo bunte kubasumina ilyo Yesu akesa kabili kwesasenda abana bakwe oh yangu echalo ukaya ukapwa Yesu ngawela chachine ukaya Yesu ngawela oh yangu echalo ukaya ukapwa Yesu ngawela chachire ukaya Yesu ngabwela usheshani munyina iwe ukaba kwisa palibulya bushiku iga mapenga ya kalalila nishimwana lesa wela usheshani munyina iwe ukaba kwisa palibulya bushiku iga mapenga ya kalalila nishimwana lesa wela oh yangu wechalo ukaya ukapwa Yesu ngawela chachire ukaya Yesu ngawela oh yangu wechalo ukaya ukapwa Yesu ngawela chachire ukaya Yesu ngawela oh yangu wechalo ukaya ukapwa Yesu ngawela chachire ukaya Yesu ngawela oh yangu wechalo ukaya ukapwa Yesu ngawela chachire ukaya Yesu ngawela
Good afternoon, everybody. Kindly join me standing. We sing our opening hymn, which is hymn number 112, Life in Luke. I'll sing it in Tonga. Life in Luke is hymn number 112 in our local hymnal.
Gofutuga mojinga noja Jesu wambalanga nime lobo no lwa munyiga ndube mojenga nonda bona lumuno gofutuga golanga kalevale tupegwa for to God shagabotu nenda sunkwa mwame walo nalanga jengano ndebenguzu go for two la golanga Kalivali tope kwa kufutuga golanga Kalivali Yonsende la gulanga jengano de la shoma Ijuilia we Tagwenga ulate kwa mobi O shomangozo ya Jesu mami Go for two la golanga Kalivali Tope kwa for two
Pray while standing. May we pray? Our Father who art in heaven, dear Father, we thank you for this privilege of life. We thank you for the blessed Sabbath, dear Lord. Today, dear God, indeed we are blessed that you are here to talk to us about health, dear Master. Your servants are here, dear Father, that they may remind us your instructions as from the beginning of the creation of this earth. Lord God, as they are going to talk to us, dear Master, may you give them the Holy Spirit, and may you also give us an attentive ear, that, dear Master, we may grasp what they are about to talk to us, dear Master. Help us to walk in the steps of Christ, dear Father. We thank you, dear God, because your presence is within our midst. We thank you for everything. In Jesus' name we pray now forevermore. Amen.
Yesu andindangeni ishilayo ningenda mo umulwani napimpa mumwe andi mwe Yesu de kabila emwe Yesu de kabila emwe dungulule nimwe mfisa mepe mulimwe chalo chavipa mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila dungulule nimwe fisa mepe mulimwe na isakulupanda pantwi chalo chavipa mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila fumu yandi na isa kulimwe katula amavimbi ya fula mumwe andi mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila tungulule nimwe mfisa mepe mulimwe na isakulupanda pantwi chalo chavipa mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila tungulule nimwe mfisa mepe mulimwe na isakulupanda pantwi chalo chavipa mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila mwe Yesu ndiye kabila
Good afternoon, everyone. Are we all blessed today with the music? It's really a blessing. We would love to let our brothers continue singing. It feels good. I was so blessed with that music. Thank you. When we talk about health, we are talking about something that is very, very cardinal. Health is an issue. It's a blessing given to mankind. And each human being has a part to play. You have to work it. You have to govern it. You need to practice it to be part of you. That's when you can get a real blessing. I don't know. I have observed that there are so many people who are struggling with health. In the evenings, most of people, they go for gym. You have heard people doing that? And they do a lot of exercise, trying to lose weight, but instead they are gaining weight. You have heard something like that? Okay, why are they gaining weight? Yes, we know exercise is a good thing, isn't it? But why, when you are doing gym, which is an exercise, instead of losing weight, you gain weight? You know, problem is that we don't know what is essential. We don't know what is essential. And this afternoon rather, I would like to share with you some hints or some method that you could use that is a practical way to help yourself to lose weight. Now, before you get to know how to lose weight, you should know how does one accumulate weight? How does he get weight? None of us is asking that question to say, why am I gaining weight? We just find ourselves, we are in that situation. The issue is this journey. You know this journey? That's the main issue. We love eating. Eating is sweet. Eating is great. Actually, some people, they have even a statement to say, we live to eat. Others are saying, I cannot live without eating. But God gave us that privilege of eating, but we should know how to eat. May I pause for a moment and ask this question as I will be giving this formula. What is food? What is food? Yeah, we have eaten, eh? Yes, what have you eaten? Okay, what is that, what you have eaten? How do you define food? This is the reason why we find ourselves, we have accumulated something and we don't know how to lose it. What is food? Anything that is eatable is food. Can we go with that statement? How many agree with me to say anything that is eatable is food? May I see your hands? Okay, it got tricky, eh? Okay, so what is food? Now, you are saying it got tricky. How do you define it? How do you define it? We just need to eat and eat and eat, and every day we say, I don't know, Mandy. I'm just gaining. I don't lose. I go to gym. I don't even lose weight because we don't know what to eat. Eh? You see, for us to understand how to collect that big issue, we need Jesus. Okay, let me read this statement to you as I give you this formula. In the morning, I gave you this quotation, but now I want to elaborate a little bit more in the context of health. That is education, page 214, paragraph 3, to be specific. It says, in our labor, we are to be workers together with God. Do we labor with health? Oh, yes, me, I labor with health. When there's delicious food, I have to discipline myself, otherwise I keep on eating and eating. I need grace. I need God. Do you? It says here, in our labor, we are to be workers together with God. He gave us the earth and these treasures, but we must adopt them to our use and comfort. I want you to underline that word. We are to use to our comfort. So another way, we need to discipline ourselves for how we eat, and how much we eat, and what quantity we eat. It continues to say, he caused the trees to grow. Who caused the trees to grow? God, he makes the trees to grow. Now, people, this is the part that people do. It says, but we prepare the timber and build houses. So who prepare the timber? Okay, so we work on things that God has done it. He has made the trees to grow. We cut the trees, mukula tree, and we come up with something good, isn't it? So we make something good from it. Now it says, he also hid in the earth the gold, the silver, the iron, and the coal. And our part is that we have to labor in order to have them, to make use it to our comfort. Here's my analyzing to this statement. In the contents of health, for us to achieve the minimum health, we need to work with God. Are we together? We need to work with God. In other way, we need to eat what God authorized us to eat. Are we together? We eat what God instructs us to eat. And we have to eat it in time. We are not like chickens to eat at any time when it's available. We have to eat them at regular times. And also how we eat it matters. Of all the creatures that God has created, it's this human being who doesn't know how to chew. We just shovel in our mouth and we said, Vilali sova valike, in the stomach. And we think in the stomach we have teeth to grind things. Mothers, I think they are good at that. Mothers, you have noticed that when you give baby some food, especially beans, it will come out the way you have fed the babies. You know, so you have seen that, something like that? Because in the stomach, there are no teeth. So if it bypass the mouth, just know that it will come out the way it has entered. So much of things that we eat, we just waste it. Let me prove it to you. Can I prove it to you? Okay. Let me put the mic aside. Okay, I'll try to speak louder to my top of my voice. Okay, how big is our stomach? Okay, how big is our stomach? How big is our stomach? The size of the fist. How do we do it? Can you define the size of the fist? Like this? That's a fist, eh? Okay, so what do you mean by the size of the fist? Okay, if you double them together like this, okay? When you double them like this, the you call it circumference? The surrounding? The surrounding, that's the size of my stomach. If I do like this, that's the size of my stomach. Are we together? Now, ask yourself to say, how much do you eat? Did you get that? How much do we eat? We eat more than this. Now, your problem is not you. The problem is not you. Your problem goes to our parents who raised us that way. Because from our childhood, we are used to the stomach to accumulate more than what it can handle. And much of the food that is being accumulated in the stomach is just wasted. We waste it. Actually, we don't even chew. We just shovel them. Are we together? So, much of the food that we eat, it goes to what? To waste. And to make it waste, we don't know how to chew. Let me offend you. After all, I will go after this. And it will remain in your mind. Okay, I will offend you even if you don't give me permission. Listen to this statement. You have eaten in the hurry, and that you have accumulated a lot, and by mistake, you vomit. Yes, this is what I said by offending. You vomit, and you look at the vomit. You are going to find that if there was a rape there, the rape comes out the way it entered. And if there was a piece of meat, it comes out like chunks the way you swallowed them. And so that is just wasted. The body cannot work on that big lump sum, it need to be crushed. And where does it need to be crushed? In the mouth. So we need to chew the food thoroughly, in a sense that it has to turn into paste in the mouth. That's when it can go in the mouth, in the stomach. In short, when you are eating food, there shouldn't be any juice. Yes, I've hit the point. Because if you have a juice, it means the production of the saliva won't be there, and it won't help the food to become like a paste to go into the stomach. Hence, if the food goes in the stomach without the mixture of saliva, by the way, saliva is a mix of minerals. There's minerals that are there. There are some different stuff into that, about 3 categories of that, which helps for digestion of food. So if the food has bypassed the mouth without a proper mixture of saliva, it means the digestion becomes a little bit difficult in the stomach. So the food should be doing right in the mouth. You should chew the food. Chew it thoroughly. The more you chew it, the better the digestion comes out. Actually, we are the only human being who are created in the image of God who abuse the digestion system. Most of our illness is related with what we eat. So 75% of our diseases is related with what we eat. This is how important it is to say we should know what we eat. We should know how to eat. We should know questions being asked. How much? What am I eating? How do I eat? How much have I eaten? That helps you. Am I speaking to you? Are you there? Okay. So food should be digested, should be grind properly in the mouth. May I ask this question? Where does digestion begin from? Hello? The digestion begins where? I want to notice, I want to know the people who are saying that. Those who are saying it starts in the mouth, may I see your hands up? Okay. And those of us who are saying we don't know, raise your hands. Okay. I want to say digestion doesn't begin in the mouth. Although volumes of books have been written to say digestion begins in the mouth, it does not begin in the mouth. It begins in the brain. The moment we see food, we develop appetite. It has to hit the brain. The brain now to say, this is good. And the mouth starts salivating. It prepares the digestion so that it can work well. So it starts in the mind. Are we together? So it starts in the mouth. In the mind, then the mouth receives it to get into the system. So how we eat, when we eat, and what we eat, if we can have answers to that, then we will have a good digestion. Actually, when you eat your food, to say now I'm satisfied, you need to give it time for the food to be digested, to go in the system. Do you know how long it takes? It takes about about 3 to 4 hours for it to be digested. From the mouth until it comes to the last point. How many hours? 3 to 4 hours. What I mean by that, it means that when you have eaten your breakfast at 7, the next meal should be at what time? To make it 4 to 5 hours? Sorry? Okay, let's say 12. So you have eaten your breakfast at 7, 12 hours your lunch. In between, you don't eat even a snack. Nothing but pure water. If you have eaten anything in between, it means you have reversed your digestion. It will stop to say good things are coming in and starts working on the new things that are coming in. So you need to give it time. Are you together, friends? When you eat, nothing should be eaten in between until 4 hours. Then after 4 hours, that's when you can eat another meal. It means your digestion will be perfect. Now, the problem is that we don't pay attention to what we eat. And sometimes we eat in a hurry. And that we end up of doing mistakes and we just gain weight every now and then. We need to know what time do we eat. We should have regular times of our meals. And we should enjoy our meals. And for those of us who are married, those of us who are what? Meal times are not times to bring issues. Okay? Don't bring condemnation or judgment. It's time to be happy. It's the happy times of the day. Sit on the table, eat. After you have eaten now, that's when you can say, it's you did this, it's you did this. Because if you do it at a meal time, you are hindering the digestion system. Are we together? Hello? Okay. So food is very important. It is God's plan that our health should be of a blessing to us. What we eat, when we eat, it should be a blessing to our soul. But most of the stuff that we eat, it makes the body to struggle. Okay, I want to give you this definition of food because you failed to give me one, so I want to give you one. And those of you who want to write, you can write. In some dictionaries, in summary, they are saying food is any substance that gives the body energy, it builds the cells, it replaces damaged cells without causing injury. That is a summary of what dictionaries define what food is. I repeat myself. They are saying any substance that builds the cells, it replaces damaged cells without causing injury. But for me, I'm saying that is a mistake. That is no. Actually, big no in capital letters. It shouldn't be any substance. Food is authorized substance that gives the body energy. It builds the cells, and also it replaces the damaged cells without causing injury. So let's underline the key words in my definition. Authorized by who? By God. And it should be good, right? As you eat, you should enjoy. Right? It should also be good to the cells. What is good to me should be also good to the what? To the cells. Junk food. It tastes good, it feels good to you, but it's a poison to the cells. The cells, they don't get anything from it. So it's not food. It can qualify to be food by saying authorized by God. At the same time, it should bless you and also bless the cells. You see, the cells in the body, they make the organs. And the organs, they make the body. We are what we eat. Did you get that? We are what we eat. So how we eat, when we eat, that is a big issue. So we should eat what God authorizes us. Are you together, friends? We eat what God authorizes us to eat. And as we eat, we should eat to bless the soul, not to destroy, not to finish. Some men, they're saying, I have to finish this. You don't have to finish. You have to eat enough to your bodies. Not too much. Because if you eat too much, more than what the body can handle, it's just a wastage of food. And as you eat the food, you chew your food thoroughly. I have an example of animals that they are good and they have good health. I should give you an example like a biggest animal. What is the biggest animal in the forest? Elephant, eh? It's a vegetarian, eh? Okay. Where does it get protein from? You told me that it's a vegetarian. Now, where does it get the protein from? From the grass. From what comes from the plant. But when it comes to a human being, no, there's no protein here. You need to have an animal. You need to have this and this and this. You bring issues. You question God. Read Genesis chapter 1:29. The food that was given to man was pure plant-based food, period. No meat. Actually, to eat meat, it means you killed. So there was no death. Even in the New Jerusalem, there will be no death, because for you to eat a chicken, it means you have to slaughter it. It means that's death. Now, there will be no death. So the food given to man is 100% plant-based food from plants that stands on one leg. There's one stem, actually. That's one leg from the ground. So we eat from plants. So the main food that man was given was grains, nuts, and fruits. After man sinned, God added vegetables that man should eat in Genesis chapter 3:18. After sin, he added vegetables. Otherwise, there was no vegetables in the beginning. There was grains, nuts, and fruits. When did meat come in? It came after the flood. And from Adam to the flood, what is the period which is there? Almost 2,000 years. So meat was not part of God's plan that man should eat. Meat came in for two reasons. Meat was allowed that man should eat for two reasons. I want to make myself clear there. Are you there? Okay. There was two reasons. Number one, the whole earth was baptized, was under the water. So fruits and grains were not enough except those that was in the ark. So God allowed certain clean animals to be eaten. Are you together? With a condition also. Condition number one was blood to be removed. Condition number two was what? Fat to be removed. Two things. Blood and fat to be removed. Number two reasons why meat was given to man was to reduce the lifespan of people. You heard me well. God wanted to reduce the lifespan of people because the average of people was 900 years and above, yet in sin. So it wasn't good for God, so God wanted to reduce that by allowing man to eat meat. By the way, meat is not food. You heard me? Yeah, you heard me well. Meat is not food. Why is not food? Let me prove it to you. Should I prove it? Okay. Food, I just explained to you, it takes how many hours to be digested? 3 to 4 hours, eh? Okay. So meat, it takes more than that. It takes about 48 hours. If there's a certain condition to be done, it can take about 48 hours for it to be digested. Okay? At least 48 hours, if there's certain condition given and allowing that food to be digested, at least 48 hours, 2 days. But it doesn't digest. Now, the other side is this. The more it prolongs the digestion system, the more cells are dying, the more the body is getting damaged. So it reduces our lifespan. You heard me well. At the same time, the same meat, when we eat meat, it causes the body become acidic. And when the body is acidic, it's vulnerable to any diseases that comes to our bodies. Hence, it reduces the lifespan. Do you want more? I can go on and on. Tomorrow we'll explain more when we have this health expo. So, although it tastes good, it's not food. Let me tell you another thing. I'll offend you, it's okay. Cooking oil is not food. Yes, mothers, you heard me well. Cooking oil is not food. But what then? It's eatable, but it's not food. So what is food? It's the way, the nature, the package God gave to man to eat. That's the package of what is food. For example, a nut, you get a ground nut. You eat the way God has provided it. It has oil, it has carbohydrates, it has fat, it has all the elements in it. When you eat it, it's a food. But people are people. They get the groundnuts, squeeze it, and then they come out with cooking oil, and then they get the cooking oil. As they are cooking, they don't even measure. They just say, goop, 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 and you fry. And when they serve, they make what they call soup, eh? You just find the food is floating into the oil. They do it by love, but that's not food. And we think oil digests in the stomach. Now listen to me. When there's oil in the stomach, the body, as it shakes, it makes the whole complications to become difficult for digestion, for absorption to take place. So oil is not food. Let me explain again, because oil is an issue. We get almost like 10, 15, 20 liters per month. A family of 7 people. But how much oil do we use at homes? More than that. So oil is not food. Something else? Sugar. Although it tastes good, it's not good. The process that it goes through, it really becomes difficult. A teaspoon of sugar, it makes the white blood cells to be paralyzed for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, just a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. A teaspoon, it will make the white blood cells to be dizzy, confused for 30 minutes. Although it tastes good where? Actually, sugar, it's just good in the mouth. In the stomach, it's worse because the stomach is sour. It's also already acidic. So when you put sugar there, it's like you have added more fire to it. So friends, what do we eat? Breakfast is full of sugars and a lot of proteins to eat. The day goes on, comes to lunch, you find the food is baptized into oil. In the supper, you say, you can't even see your friend behind. After eating, what do? You sit in front of a TV, you are watching, no exercise. You wake up in the morning, you have no appetite. You say, I don't usually eat breakfast, I have no appetite. How could you have appetite when you went to bed with a full stomach? The whole night you had strange dreams, your uncle was chasing you. Because it was full of food, you didn't have rest. We say, eat your breakfast like a king. You eat lunch like a queen. You eat supper like a slave. Somebody who is Marcel's, it doesn't even count a meal. So you go to bed on the empty stomach. You heard me, whether you are married or not. You go to bed on the empty stomach for you to sleep well, for the body to work well. Now, if you are struggling to lose weight, just think about that formula. Eat good breakfast like a king. Good lunch like a queen. Supper, empty stomach. May I pause for a moment so that I can give questions? I need to stop here. Questions? Do you have questions? No questions? Okay, please. May we pass the mic to the elder there?
Good afternoon, church. Thank you so much for this eye-opening presentation. What advice would you give us on some of the changes that we can make in our lifestyle so that we can do justice to our bodies? It's like many of us have been found wanting because I've been doing a lot of injustice to our bodies. Then what is your take also on the issue of energy drinks, carbonated drinks, and these sort of artificial drinks that tend to energize the body so that we work harder and faster? Thank you.
Let me begin with the energy or carbonated drinks. Those that have actually have empty calories. It just boosts an energy. The sugars that are there, it just goes direct into the bloodstream, and short time you have an energy. and that really damages the cells. Eat what is food. Tomorrow I'll demonstrate to you how you could make your own juices simple at home. That juice that you know, that you could get around, it's just water, sugar, and permitted colors added there. Permitted colors. And then also preservative. There's no fruit added there. They just add flavors. A flavor is just something that you can add a drop into it and it smells like lemon, or it smells like coriander, it smells whatever. Those are just flavors, but there's no actual food into it. So they are not foods. They are not juices. What is a juice is fresh from the fruits, you eat it from there. Okay? The other question, I will reserve it for tomorrow because I have been given a short period of time. I'll reserve it tomorrow. We'll have the table where somebody will explain to you how you could do with those kind of food. It's arranged in that way. How many are coming tomorrow? I hope Elder will be there tomorrow. Okay, so you eat what is food. You have another question? Yes, ma'am.
Nimvera vakambati sugar mwakambati sugar si food siva kudya siri bwino nanga hani amene vamakambati hani ni ya bwino.
Okay, so honey it's good than sugar. Of course, the type of honey also should be natural honey. Some people that have done strange thing to honey, they cook the honey and then they add other things to it. So if you get the natural honey or uncooked honey and you prepare it yourself, that's better. So honey is good. You use honey the way you use sugar. The amount of sugar you add to your tea, to what you are baking, the same amount you could add with the honey. Well, it's difficult to tell. You know that? If you go by Rebel, that's business. So it's difficult to tell whether it's a good one or it's one that man has tempered with. Okay, I think I'll give 2 people so that I can stop. Yes.
Okay, interesting. I don't know, maybe, because for me, it's just a question, though it's a bit diverted. I've worked so much on losing, so I want to know the formula of gaining a bit, not too much.
That is a very interesting question, eh? Don't laugh at it, it's very important to know. That question is very important to know. There are some people who are underweight. Are you together? There are some people who are underweight, and so there's a need for them to have have normal weight. That question will be answered tomorrow. Are you together? That question will be answered tomorrow for you to know how you can gain weight to the normal standard. Actually, you should know your height. Are you together? You should know your height, your age, then you will be able to know your weight. Are you together? Amen. Okay? Well, Elder, I saw your hand. I'll make you to be the last one, I think. The rest of you can now come with your questions tomorrow.
Yes, mine is a simple one. We are living in the last days. I live in a place where I have no backyard, and I want to become a vegetarian. Actually, not wanting, I must be a vegetarian. How do I become a vegetarian? I don't know the source of my vegetables. Are they natural? I have no backyard. So how do I manage? How do you advise people that live in the last days and are living under these difficult conditions?
These questions are very important questions. Are you together, church? Elder, I want to thank you so very much. That is a very intelligent question. how do I become a vegetarian? I don't have a backyard behind me. In our church, we have these teachings of health reform, whereby we force people, we hit people on their head, and then they become hopeless. They don't know what to do. And then later on, they become sickly and so forth because they have become vegetarian. You need to have understanding. You need to have a knowledge. You need to have knowing what you need to replace it. For example, I want to do away with milk. How do I replace milk? What should I replace milk with? I want to do away with the meat. How do I replace the meat with? When you have the understanding of that, then it will be easy to go about it, even if you don't have the backyard garden. Are you together? I will encourage you to have understanding before you take a step. But also don't delay. Immediately you know the truth, stand up, find a way, move on. By order, I don't have a proper answer to give. But what I can advise is that those questions, tomorrow we'll have ample time to deal with those. Because I have limited time, I need to stop. And so that question is very important. We need to explain that tomorrow, how one could become a vegetarian and how to go about it. And also you should know how to prepare meals. Okay, you are married. Maybe it's you, a man who have decided to become a vegetarian. The wife says, no, kasomba nikaliko, kamiti kankuku nikaliko. Then you, a man, you have decided. Who will prepare your meals for you? You should take a lead, and then the family comes in. So those are the things that we should work together tomorrow. I'll begin by going into those. I can promise you I'll begin by going, how do I become a vegetarian? What should I do? How do I replace milk? How do I replace meat? How do I replace this and so forth? Okay? Yes. We'll take note of that. By the way, I'm a vegan for almost 26 years. And my son, can you stand up? He has never tasted any animal product, that one. Maybe if he has tasted in the food that he didn't know but he has eaten, but not planning to eat it. The whole family of us know meat. And do we look skinny? Yes. If we understand how to balance your meals, we will be able. And if you ask him, when did you visit the hospital? He'll be able to tell you. I can't remember when you visited the hospital. The only time I remember is when you was born. So may God bless you. May God give you courage. Let's pray to God that God can give us grace to go about this. It's not a war. When we make a decision, we come to him, he will work with us. We have read the quotation here to say, in our labor, we work together with who? Don't leave God behind. Don't introduce him. Be with him, you achieve. May God bless you. Thank you.
muze wakungazwa kanosile wewe leza mpite na mwepe mumanda ya umiwane ntakweti muze wakungazwa kanosile wewe kulondesha mpite na mwepe kulondesha mpite na mwepe leza leka mpite na mwe leza leka mpite na mwe kulondesha mpite na mwepe kulondesha mpite na mwepe leza leka mpite na mwe leza leka mpite na mwe nanti maimbi yangiza tange filwe ukulamba kulamba kutinji mbalama kulileza wane nanti maimbi yangiza tange filwe ukulamba kulamba kutinji mbalama kulileza wane kulondesha mpite na mwepe kulondesha mpite na mwepe leza leka mpite na mwe leza leka mpite na mwe kulondesha mpite na mwepe kulondesha mpite na mwepe leza leka mpite na mwe 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 leza leka
Thank you for blessing us with that song. I don't know how many hours I play that song in my car. It plays like 24/7 if I have chance. So thanks for singing it. God has a church second to none. Hallelujah. The Seventh-day Adventist Church. Let's begin from that perspective. So this afternoon we want to talk about the Seventh-day Adventist Church and the health message. While it is true that God has a church second to none, I want to say God has a people. Are we together? He has a people that are distinct from any other in this world. You see, the reason of this church's existence is different. It has a unique identity, a unique purpose, and a very distinct mission. And the people that are in it must understand what it is. So as we look at the Seventh-day Adventist Church and the health message, I need you to reason from that perspective. So as a way of beginning, I'll call your attention to the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter. Revelation chapter 14. And while we're still on it, I should thank my brother for a good presentation, a wonderful experience. He was very soft and gentle. Soft and gentle. But you must understand that as we look at that, marry it with what I'm talking about this afternoon. This issue of lifestyle and this issue of diet could be the dividing line between the ordinary people on the street and God's people. It could be the defining line. So let's look at Revelation chapter 14. Revelation chapter 14 opens with a scenery that is quite exciting, and there has been much talk in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The issue of the 144,000, but that's not my interest today. Just to highlight a few things, the explanation is that the 144,000 are coming from which tribe? Not in the Adventist Church. These are things we should know off our fingertips. They are coming from which tribes? The 12 tribes of? Can we mention those tribes of Israel? Now, Israel is Jacob, correct? So let's mention these 12 tribes. My pastor, we haven't taught. Who are these? When we are talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, what are these tribes?